Most entrepreneurs, content creators, and freelancers think that they have escaped the 9 to 5 just because they're working for themselves. But have you really though? If you're still exchanging your time for money because of brand deals or client's project, do you think that really you have acquired the freedom that you are usually talking about? Let's debunk that today. So in today's video, I'm going to take a little twist. It's going to be a bit different. I feel inspired by the book that I'm reading or that I've read in the past, because this one I've read, it's been a moment, and I'm rereading it, some part of it right now, and I wanted to talk about it today. So let's talk a little bit about money. This is something that is a bit complicated to talk about, as if we don't know what is convenient when we talk about acquiring freedom or really being a boss, a CEO, or an entrepreneur. What does that mean? As I see a lot of people online wanting to gain more freedom, but struggling achieving it. So freedom, this is one of the big goals of life that a lot of us want to achieve, whether it's taking a vacation whenever we want, or spending money without having to count it, or just enjoying money and building wealth. But just because you're working for yourself, does that mean that you're completely free and that you don't owe anything to anybody? Not sure about that. And I wanted to talk about that as I've read a book that I've really loved, a few years ago. So if ever you don't know it, you guys, please take a time to read this one. So this is Cash Flow Quadrant from Rich Dad author Robert Kiyosaki, and this one is a gem. No matter where you're at in your life, I really think that it's important that you do things with purpose. So in this book, Kiyosaki is actually breaking down the way people are making money and what does that mean exactly. So there are 4 different quadrants that are called ESBI, and each of those letters stands for something. So the E stands for employee. It means that you have a job, you're working a 9 to 5, and you most likely have to get up every morning to do a certain time during your day to actually have a salary and exchange. It also means that you don't really have freedom, because whatever you would want to do, whether it's taking a vacation, taking a day off, it's going to be a little bit complicated because you would have to ask or negotiate that with your boss. Then you have the S quadrant, and S stands for self-employed. So if you're in this category, it means that you're most likely a freelancer, somebody that is working for themselves. But let's be honest, when you are working for yourself, everything depends on you. So it means that if you want to take a vacation during that time, you're not, booking client, you're not doing any client's project, so you most likely not gonna have a revenue. So it's great because you're your own boss and you're able to manage your time the way you would want to, but it also means that you still don't have completely the freedom that you might dream about. Then you have the B quadrant, and B stands for business owners. So people that are business owners really are people that have either a team working for them. So they hired people, or they have a system, automated system like a funnel that actually works for them. It means that even if that business owner is out of the office, there's still someone else, a team that is actually getting paid to do the work, or a system that's gonna do the work by itself. So now the last quadrant is the E quadrant, and E stands for investors. So when you're an investor, your money works for you. Investors are people that really doesn't have to get up every morning because they invested their money in so many different assets that are making money for themselves. So if you're looking at the left side of the quadrant, whether you are an employee or a self-employed, people that are in those quadrants value more security. And if you are looking at the right side of the quadrant, if you're a business owner or an investor, then you have acquired freedom. You can actually take yourself out of the system, out of the business, out of whatever generates money for you, and let it run for itself. And whatever happens, you will still have something making the money for you. When you're looking at this quadrant, what is important is to be honest with what is really the quadrant that is relatable to where the majority of your money is coming from. Because obviously you can be an employee and still have a business on the side, or have your business and be an employee on the side. That's another perspective, but it's real. And also invest in in stocks or real estate. So if in your reality you're touching multiple quadrants, it's totally realistic. But let's be honest for 2 seconds and sit down with ourselves. Which of this quadrant really makes you the majority of your money? So if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you are on the left side of the quadrant and you most likely be an employee or be a freelancer and you're trying to grow your business, you're trying to scale your business. And I'm going to tell you something. Most of us who have started a business, we've done it for many reasons that are personal to us. But the reality is that a lot of us are seeking freedom. And this is why I feel like it's super important, if that is really a goal of yours, that you pay attention to what you're doing in your business. Because a lot of people will say, oh, you know, I work for myself. I can do whatever I want. I can get up at no matter time I want. I don't have to justify my hours to a boss. But when you're self-employed, you're still dependent on your revenue from your clients. It's not true that you're completely free. So that is why I really want you to think purposefully about your life and about the business that you're creating. And if what you seek is really freedom, it means that you will have to work to be on the right side of the quadrant. So at least you have a system that works for you. So if we're really seeking freedom, then you will make a way to build a system that is outside of yourself, not being the main system, meaning that if you're sick tomorrow, then the work cannot be done. So let's make each situation real. Let's say that you are an employee and you are called John. So John is an employee, he's working a 9-to-5 job. You're coming in every day at 8 a.m. and you're finishing at 5 p.m. and you know your boss is really about those hours and you performing, and unfortunately you're not the one with the kids, so you cannot take your vacation whenever you want. That's pretty annoying, and you want and you deserve to have a raise, but for some reason the company prefers to give you pizza over a raise. So I'm saying this obviously being extravagant with the pizza thing, but it doesn't mean that you cannot be happy with a 9-to-5 job. You can totally be happy. You can totally create a career and create wealth for you. But if you want to arrive at wealth and freedom faster, let's be honest, you will have to own a business or to be an investor. So obviously there's nothing wrong about being self-employed or being an employee. I want to make that clear because I know that there is something online about people shaming people that have a job. Having a job is amazing, okay? It provides a lot of, positive things that we don't often talk about, but it's amazing. I just want you to understand that the purpose of this video is to talk about freedom more than to talk about status. So let's say that now John is just tired to not have as much flexibility that he would want to, and he decides to work for himself because John has a passion on the side. He's a great photographer and he totally believes that he can have a revenue with photography. It actually means that John is going to put more hours now to be able to do all of those things. When John used to do one job before, John is now doing 1,000 jobs and making sure that he manages a lot of things at the same time, running his social media, his newsletter, making sure that he's talking to prospects and then responding to clients, and he's doing all of those things by himself manually. So John starts to be very, very tired. He's passionate and love what he do, but John starts to realize that he actually switched a 9-to-5 for a 24/7. It is hard. It is tough. It's a lot of hustle. It's a lot of grinding, and nobody is coming to save you, because the reality is that now that John is working 24/7, if John want to take a day off because he's sick, too tired, or because he just wants to go on vacation, then the income stops because he's no longer there and he is the entire business. Then now John decided that he want to take his business to the next level because really he feel overwhelmed. He cannot anymore, and it's really, really hard to, continue to just be sustainable with that business model. John started to think, okay, now I need to sit down with myself. I can no longer do this anymore because I'm projecting myself, getting married, being, with friends and spending some great time with my family. So I cannot be the entire system by myself. I need to have a system that works for me. And this is exactly when your time is not going to be directly tied to your income. It's amazing when you have a team or a system that works for you because they're going to do the work. Even if you're not there, even if you're leaving, even if you're not able to do something, then you can delegate it to a system that's going to do the work for you. And there is multiple ways to go about it. So as I said, you can hire people, have a team that do the work for you so you don't have to do the entire thing. And or because it's not because you have a team of people that it means that you cannot have an automated system, aka a funnel that works for you. A lot of entrepreneurs that actually have a team still have an automated CRM, system funnel, newsletter, whatever that comes with it that also runs for them. The other thing that I found more accessible is to actually create a funnel system for you that is totally or partially automated. A lot of people don't think about that, don't invest in that. They're just doing business day by day and taking things as it go, when really they should be having a system to collect data and have analytics so they can take better decisions in the future. They should be having a system that really is running through itself, just so you don't have to take your clients and your project step by step manually and to do it yourself. There is a lot of things that you're doing in your business that can be totally automating. If there's something that I see, it's a lot of people struggling and then not knowing how to take the next step, when really you should see a business as a big picture, remove yourself from it and see how you can build a system in it, because it's totally possible. And depending on how you're doing it, it can be affordable. It doesn't have to be super expensive. You can start where you're at. You don't have to be too complicated about that. So really, I see funnels as the freedom systems for businesses. And really, the sales funnel is the bridge that's gonna lead you to the S part of the quadrant, being self-employed, to the B, being a business owner part of the quadrant, because now you're gonna build a system that runs and it's gonna bring you leads, nurture those leads, and then also turn them into clients, and then onboard those clients, nurture those clients, continue to grow this relationship, have them coming back to your offers, to your business. You don't even imagine how much you can use a funnel to create this entire system, from the discovery stage to being an affiliate and have that person actually do the work of marketing your business for you. It's amazing. And obviously a lot of people think about funnel as the only way to, I don't know, create, a lead magnet, a webinar or something, just to bring leads and then send them emails. It's so much more than that you can do. And this is exactly what I've done for myself with my business, creating the Shallow Shop. This is actually my own system, so I don't have to exchange my time for money all the time, and I can have a system that runs, on automation and still brings me income. I also have a small team. Actually, I'm in this process right now. I have my videographer. If you're here, thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate what you're doing, because I don't consider myself to be a content creator first, so I don't create content to gain an earning. I do business and then I create content to promote my business. So that's totally different when you're an entrepreneur. So reading this book, this is a reality that I had, is that whenever you're doing, even if you're making loads of money being self-employed or being an employee, is that as long as you don't have a system, you will be stuck at the S level of the quadrant. Freedom doesn't necessarily comes from more clients. It comes from more leverage. The more you will have clients, if you're self-employed, it's amazing, because it will mean that you're successful, people are seeing you, you're doing something great about your marketing and your communication. But really, having more clients when you have no systems brings more stress to you. And this is when a lot of freelancers, and if you want to call yourself entrepreneurs when really you're a freelancer, are burning out. And this is why you should not be seeking more clients. You should be seeking how to leverage what I have into a system that works for me. So if you're ready to be on the B quadrant and to have a system that actually works for you, then visit the Shallow Shop. So the Shallow Shop is my shop that I've created. It's a shop where I literally sell systems. So it's everything that you need to actually reclaim your time, being able to convert and have a system that works for you. So I have 3 levels that I'm working with people. The Shallow Shop is kind of the level 1, step 1. And this is for people who want to start building actually their systems. All you have to do is to install that system and bring people to that system and let the system do the magic. quite off. Obviously, there is a little bit more to that, but I've done all of the work, so you don't have to worry about the tech, about the strategy, about guessing how and when you should send an email or whatever. It comes with it. Now, if you're looking for growing your business because you're already having an amazing system and all you want is to grow a little bit more and brings more income and strategize a little bit more, this is where you have actually access to my bootcamp, the Brand New Boost Academy. So I've been running this one for the last actually 3 years and had amazing result with entrepreneurs. It's one of those products that I don't push a lot out there just because I'm very selective about people that I accept inside the program. And it's also suitable for people that have a small team, might have an assistant or a VA, but you don't want to do it yourself and learn, but delegate that part. The Brand New Boost Academy is made for you. Now, the last level of offer that I have for my clients is the one-on-one services. So that one is done for you. You don't have to worry about anything. So that is kind of the third level and premium level where I take care of everything for my clients with my team. We set up some of the most strategic funnel for them, and it comes with data, strategy, and also, helping them knowing what is the next step to do into their system to optimize and bring more incomes or convert more. This is why I'm so passionate about funnel, you guys. I'm actually passionate about anything that is tech, software, automation related, because it's crazy how simple it can be and how it can boost your business. If you have found this video to be valuable, make sure to like it, to share it with a friend, to subscribe to the channel if you need more motivational type of videos like this. If you need help into anything tech, software, marketing, funnel related to your business also, that is the right place for you guys. And hit subscribe specifically if you're here to build freedom and not burnout. If you're really about finding your freedom through your business, through your life, make sure to watch this video that is appearing to your screen that is all about funnel. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.